Grants for the month of April. So this month we have many grants, from rental assistance grants for future rent payments, to contest grants, to one-time financial assistance grants, to $25,000 in grants, and grants in many states. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde. Welcome. Please subscribe to the #1 community for real estate, income, grants, and credit. So if you'd like to know what these new grants are for the month of April, those that are expiring that need to apply now, make sure you watch the video to the end. Leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So we're going to be sharing with you new grants every month, from work from home grants, to SBA grants, to small business grants, to self-employed grants, to fast grants, to financial assistance grants, to startup grants, and much more. And we're going to be updating our calendar section on my website, AskRinde.com, where you can download April's grants list. And you can view our calendar section for the latest updates on grants. Also, our Grants Masterclass is now open. So if you'd like to learn how to properly get your business in the stream of getting grants consistently, where you're actually not facing feast or famine, but you're actually moving your business forward in strategy and knowing how to get grants consistently, make sure you join us for our Grants Masterclass by going to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on Grants, and getting started today. You'll be joining a team of people from all around the country who are experiencing this great masterclass and using the tools and the strategies that we share in the masterclass to change their business for good. So make sure you connect with us by going to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on Grants, and getting started today. #1, Indianapolis, the Elevate Grant, $20,000 in grants. So the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis, one of 11 FHL banks across the U.S., is administering a new Elevate Grant. So this is actually a grant specifically for small businesses in Indiana as well as Michigan. And the focus of this grant is to actually help these businesses get a plan as well as get access to capital. So the goal is to help them with innovation, workforce development, as well as expanding their business ideas to generate more business and sales. So last year, they gave out over $75,000 in grants to small businesses. So to qualify and to apply for this $20,000 in grants is very simple. #1, you must be a partner with an FHL bank member institution. And #2, your business must be located in either Michigan or Indiana. So this is actually very welcome news for a lot of businesses that really need this help. Many business owners actually don't know that grants are available for their business. They always look at grants as something for nonprofits or for something that's for more charitable causes. But there are grants available to be able to help your business. And this is actually just one of them. So this Elevate Grant has been a game changer for many businesses in this location. Also, federal home loan banks are a great source for small business grants. And you can apply for these $20,000 in grants by going directly to their website at fhlbi.com. #2, New Jersey, Mercer County, $10,000 in grants. So Mercer County has launched a new grant program for small businesses. Now they've allocated about $3.5 million in ARPA funds and set aside this money that small businesses can apply for their businesses. So there are two groups of entrepreneurs that they're going to be focusing on for this grant program. For Group 1, these are entrepreneurs located in the QCT or Qualified Census Tract Opportunity Zone areas. And for Group 2, these are all entrepreneurs in Mercer County outside of the QCT area. So the great thing about this grant is that it actually has a mix of money and grants available for all businesses that are actually located in Mercer County. So for Group 1, those who are in the Qualified QCT Opportunity Zone areas, they actually have to have no documentation proof in order to apply for the grant. For Group 2, those located outside of the QCT area, this is actually going to be a lost revenue based grant. So those opportunities will actually be available for those businesses, provided that they can actually show lost revenue. So this has actually been happening all around the country. I've been sharing about this, that many grant programs for small businesses are actually doing it based on loss. So you can actually apply for the grant. And the greater your loss, oftentimes the more money in grants you'll get for your business. The less money that you'll receive. So to qualify and to apply for this $10,000 in grants, your business must meet the following criteria. #1, you must be located in Mercer County. #2, you must have 20 or less employees. #3, you must have $3 million or less in revenue on an annual basis. And finally, #4, your business must interact with the public. So they actually want businesses that are interacting with the public, so retail, restaurants, etc. Ideally, this will not be ideal for home-based businesses where you do not interact with the public. So this is actually on a first come, first served basis. The grants are available as long as funds are available. So if you're in that location and you actually have your business set up there, I highly encourage you to actually apply for these grants as soon as possible because they're going to be available as long as funds are available. So this is $10,000 in grants. So the grants are being administered by GrantWorks, and you can actually apply for this $10,000 in grants by going directly to their website at grantworks.quickbase.com. Number 3, the Small Business Growth Fund, $5,000 to $25,000 in grants. So Etsy and Progressive is funding the Global Entrepreneurship Network's Small Business Growth Fund. So we've actually covered this fund extensively here on our channel many times where we talked about the opportunity that it presents for small businesses, giving them a chance to be able to apply to get access to capital and expand and grow their businesses. So that's what the Small Business Growth Fund is all about, is actually giving entrepreneurs that actually have been underserved the opportunity to be able to get access to capital and actually move their businesses forward. So the Global Entrepreneurship Network has made the Small Business Growth Fund available for small businesses to apply for all around the country. One of the keys about the Small Business Growth Fund is that they actually want to give the grants to entrepreneurs that actually have a concept and plan of where they want to take their businesses to. So to qualify to apply for this $5,000 to $25,000 in grants, your business must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must be a for-profit business. Number 2, you must have revenues of $1 million or less on an annual basis. And finally, number 3, you must have a plan. So this is what I see lacking with some entrepreneurs all around the country, where they don't have a plan. So even if someone wanted to give you the capital, you don't have a clear-cut plan that you can actually convey to them, to convince them to give you the money, whether that's a grant or funding for your business. So you actually need to make sure that you actually put that together and understand how to actually clearly, concisely convey what your business is all about and how your business will make a difference in the marketplace. So the deadline to apply for this $5,000 to $25,000 in grants is April 21st. So the grants are being administered by Hello Alice. And you can get more information and apply for this $5,000 to $25,000 in grants by going directly to their website at helloalice.com/funding/SBGF. Number 4, the Botox Cosmetic Grant, $25,000 in grants. So Botox Cosmetic, in collaboration with iFundWomen, is administering this new grant program to help close the confidence gap for women through capital. So they've actually recognized that women lack the confidence in some cases to apply for funding for their business, to apply for grants, to try to move their business and their vision to the next level. So the goal with this grant program is to help lift their confidence by giving them access to capital and letting them know that it's possible to actually not only dream their dream, but also reach their goal. And this is a contest grant that comes with one-on-one coaching as well as mentorship. So all women entrepreneurs should be applying for this $25,000 in grants. So to qualify to apply for this $25,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must be a legal resident of the U.S. Number 2, you must be 18 years or older. And number 3, your business must be based in the U.S. So the deadline to apply for this $25,000 in grants is April 7th. And you can get more information and apply for these grants by going directly to their website at ifundwomen.com/Botox Cosmetic. Number 5, Connecticut, Stanford, $10,000 in grants. So Stanford recently announced a new grant program for small businesses. So these grants are specifically meant for businesses that have been facing challenges. So retail, restaurants, and much more. So these are actually direct one-time financial assistance grants for businesses that you can actually easily apply for. And they made the threshold to apply for these grants quite simple. Now, a third of these grants are actually going to be going and focusing specifically on minority-owned businesses, as they've seen that those businesses are actually facing a lot of challenges and hurdles in not only keeping their doors open, keeping their employees, but also getting sales and generating sales for their business. There's a balance going on with small business right now where the expenses are much higher. So they're actually struggling to keep their doors open. Some may be getting sales, but it's not enough because the expenses have actually gone up. The cost to be able to run their businesses. So these $10,000 grants can go a long way in making the tide turn for many businesses that apply for this grant. So to qualify and to apply for this $10,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must be located in Stanford. Number 2, you must be a for-profit business. Number 3, you must submit a self-certification form along with your grant application. And number 4, you must be registered with the Secretary of State and be current on taxes. So the grant application will be available on April 3rd. And you can get more information and apply for these $10,000 in grants for your business by going directly to their website at choosestanford.com. Number 6, Texas, Argyle, $5,000 to $25,000 in grants. So Argyle has a new grant program for small businesses, and these are actually based on gross sales receipts. So I've been sharing a lot on my channel about revenue-based grants that have been happening all around the country, and this program is actually a revenue-based grant program. So they're going to be giving you the grant direct in connection to your gross sales receipts. So for this grant program, if your revenues are between $15,000 and $100,000, you're qualified for $5,000 in grants. If your revenues are between $100,000 and $1 million, you qualify for a $15,000 grant. If your revenues are between $1 million and $2 million, you qualify for a $25,000 in grants. Now the grants can be used for operational expenses, such as rent, utilities, and also getting more staff and hiring people and keeping your doors open. So to qualify and to apply for this $5,000 to $25,000 in grants, your business must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must have 1 employee. Number 2, you must have been in business since December of 2019. Number 3, you must be located in Argyle. Number 4, you must be current on taxes. And number 5, your revenues must be between $15,000 and $2 million on an annual basis. So the deadline to apply for these grants are April 3rd at 5 p.m. The awards will be given on May 31st. So if you'd like to get more information and apply for these $5,000 to $25,000 in grants, you can go directly to their website at argyletx.com. Number 7, the Black Ambition Prize Grant, $15,000 to $1 million in grants. So Pharrell's Black Ambition Prize Grant is back at it again. The application process is now open for Black, Hispanic, as well as HBCU entrepreneurs to apply for these grants. So these grants actually have been a game changer, not only in coming into the grant market and helping entrepreneurs with much needed funding, but also shifting the focus and actually focusing in on underserved entrepreneurs. Last year, they actually gave out a $1 million grant to an entrepreneur, and these grants help with ideas, innovation, as well as ambition. So 250 semifinalists will be chosen, with the grand prize winner winning $1 million in grants. And these grants also come with cohort mentorship, coaching, community, as well as capital infusion into your businesses. So needless to say, this grant is actually a game changer, not only in the exposure that it gives you by winning the grant, but also the sheer size of the grant amount. Imagine winning a $1 million grant that can actually change everything for your business and actually set you up for life. So the deadline to apply for this grant is May 8th. And you can get more information and enter this contest to win this grant by going directly to their website at blackambitionprize.com. Number 8, Minnesota, Wilmer, Main Street Revitalization Grants, $75,000 in grants. So the Wilmer Economic Development Commission is administering the new Main Street Revitalization Grant Program. So this grant program is for real estate and businesses specifically located in the 1st Street and Business 71 sectors. So they're going to be giving them grants that will cover up to 30% of eligible costs for project renovations. So to qualify and to apply for these grants, and these $75,000 in grants that can actually be a game changer for your small business, you must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must be located in Wilmer. Number 2, the grants must be used for renovation projects such as painting, landscaping, and also facade improvement, etc. So the deadline to apply for this $75,000 in grants is April 7th. And you can get more information and apply for this $75,000 in grants for your small business by going directly to their website at candyyohi.com. Number 9, Washington, Grays Harbor County, Rental Assistant Grants, $291,000 in grants. So Grays Harbor County just recently announced the second round of their rental assistant grant program through the State Eviction Rent Assistance Program. So this grant program is actually a game changer for many families that are struggling to keep up with rising rents, as well as cover their back paid rents. So the grants can actually be administered and given to families who actually have rents that are unpaid as far back as March of 2020. This is also a game changer in that it can actually help with future rents. So you can actually apply for this grant to be able to help you with future upcoming rents, and they'll pay that for you. In addition to that, you do not need to be a U.S. citizen to apply for this. So you do not need to be a U.S. citizen, let me say that again, to apply for this grant program. This is actually a game changer. So to qualify and to apply for these grants, to get the rental assistance help that you need, you must meet the following criteria. So to qualify to apply for this rental assistance grant and get part of this $291,000 in grants that's been allocated for rental assistance, you must meet the following criteria. Number one, you must provide proof of income. Number two, you must provide a copy of your lease. Number three, you must show proof that you're back paid, so meaning that proof of your backed up rent. And finally, number four, your income must be at or below 80% of the area's median income. So in this case, I believe it's $63,000. So the grants are being administered by the Forward platform, which is a digital platform that helps with administering grants. So to get part of this $291,000 in rental assistance grants, you can actually apply by going directly to their website at forwardplatform.com. So these are just a few of the new grants for the month of April. We couldn't include all the grants as we try not to keep the videos too long. If you'd like us to feature your city and state, make sure you drop your city and state in the comment section below so we can make sure that we cover you. Also, our resource area is the top resource area for grants nationwide. We actually have off-market grants, on-market grants, grants that you cannot find online. We actually have in our resource area. So if you're a small business and you're serious about taking your business to the next level and you want to get access to capital, resources, and all the grants that are available for your small business, make sure you connect with us by going directly to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. This is a game changer. Our resource area is actually the top source for small business grants nationwide. Also, our grants masterclass is still open and going strong. We have entrepreneurs from all around the country, people from all around the country, hundreds of people that are participating in this grants masterclass and changing the dynamic of their business. So if you'd like to get grants coming into your business as an income stream repeatedly on a monthly basis consistently, make sure you join us for our grants masterclass by going directly to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. We show you the grants formula and we show you how to put your business in a position so you can actually start to get grants consistently for your business. So make sure you join us for our grants masterclass by going directly to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.